In a very short, I opened the hood, just basically removed the filter cover, which is in Volkswagen's case, it's mounted on the engine cover. And I tried to look at the engine, so basically this brake booster line, which is this little hose, and look at it. Like, I'm trying to pull it. I'm just trying to see, like, look at this. Basically, before I pulled this out, I put my camera in there, phone, recorded a little bit, and I saw this little crack. But I couldn't imagine that it would come off with such ease, because I don't know what's the pressure that it has to be in there. This is basically booster line where there's, I don't know how much of a pressure, but it's just a design flaw. It just over time overheats. This is super cheap plastic, and I just went to nearby AutoZone and grabbed similar size hose, which is, I'm sure it's a lot, basically more than enough to handle whatever the PSI in there. So I'm going to use those clips that I bought for the hose, and that hose, which was $3, and clips maybe $4 or $5, total $8. The whole job to replace this whole thing took me maybe 30 minutes, because the most difficult part was to try to fit it in. I think I bought slightly smaller than I needed, but that's totally fine. And I basically put it in there, put the clip on, clamp on, tighten it, and the other end where it goes into the engine, I just removed the connector where it has this. I'm gonna show you in a bit. This part was a little bit tricky, even though I had enough access, because to push it in, it was a little bit uncomfortable to do it. But I did it. I didn't put it all the way in, but I made sure that it's not coming off anytime soon, or is not getting loose. So the other end, you can see down there, I'm just gonna be basically cutting this hose, making it similar length as I had before, and I tried to push it in again. Engine was a little bit hot, so you gotta be very careful, burn my finger. But this whole job basically of removing this, going to the store, getting all those parts that I wanted, and putting it up took me 30-40 minutes maximum, and $8 in expenses to fix this whole shenanigan. And car drives amazing, brakes amazing, much better than it was. And I mean, if shops would have given me a lot less quote, let's say 300, 400, say, hey, just start with the brake booster, it's cracked. But nobody told me that. And if that was the case, $300-400, I would have paid. I would be totally fine to buy that part, which OEM, I believe, is very expensive too. It's like $200. But I would have fixed it. But look how it brakes now. Super, almost like a new car. But if you're driving, the point is, used cars, you have to be a little bit handy to take care of small things like this and not overpay for crazy services out there. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.